Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today, we're continuing our 5-year rebuild series here on the YouTube channel. Today, we are doing the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Now, you're probably thinking, Greg, why Rutgers today? Well, my hat here, I got a special hat here. I'm going to zoom that in. That is the Fanatic Theory hosted by Larry K. He has a show. He does a show. Great content if you're a Dolphins fan. Leave a YouTube channel in the description below if you want to check out his channel. But he went to Rutgers, so I figured it's fitting. Let's get Rutgers. Let's try to win them a national title for Larry K., my Dolphin friend, my Dolphin buddy. Anyway, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, they come in as an 83 overall, 82 on offense, 84 defense. They run the spread and a 4-2-5 defense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kyle Mongalongi. I probably butchered his name, but he was a Bears draft pick. I'm very high in him. I think he'll be sneaky good in the NFL. Samuel Brown, the 5th. We have Benjamin. We have Gabe. We have Ed. Oh, fullbacks. Here's our receivers. Dermar Miller, 92 speed. We have a 96 speed. Dylan as a sophomore. He'll be gone by year 4. That's the only sucky part. Tight end. Kenny Fletcher, 2 freshmen. Matthew could be good with 87 speed there. Left tackle, Holland Pierce. We do have a freshman in Carter, though. We have Brian Felter, Kenny Jones. Center, we have Gus, that guy, John Stone. We have Reggie, right guard. Tyler as our right tackle. Aaron Lewis as a left end. He looks really good. Wesley Bailey as our right end. Freshman Elijah King. D tackle, we have 3 seniors, but everyone else, 4 seniors, 2 sophomore. Sam Pluff, left out. Tyree Powell is our middle linebacker starter. I mean, again, the seniors look really good, but the problem is our freshmen don't. How about Kevin Levi here? He looks pretty good. Kai Sanders looks really good as freshman, 92 speed. Hopefully we can develop him. And then our strong safety. So, again, our seniors are very good. Our middle are other parts. You have some potential good players and some that aren't. We are in the Big Ten, so we got to recruit and get good players because the Big Ten is going to be a tough conference, so let's get going. Brady from Morgan committed. Parker Kabuskary. Parker Kurbirski committed. Saki Sayal commits. Juan Espinoza committed. Marvin Childress committed. Vi Sir Rag USA committed. Colin Slade committed. Jerry Mundy committed. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Heisman Trophy winner is Garrett Nussmeier, quarterback of LSU. He had 4,192 yards, 42 tutties, and 4 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, our first year, we made the college football playoff, and we're taking on Kansas State. Gregory Emery committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we gave it our best shot, but we lose 38-20. There's always next year, champ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 1 stats. Athen, 3,531 yards, 270 for 401, 35 tutties, 3 picks. 67% completion percentage. Rushing, Kyle, 200 for 1,366, 10 tutties. Athlete, 80 for 2, 26, 6 tutties. Chris Long, 35 for 135, 3 tutties. Samuel Brown, the 5th, 37 for 125, 2 tutties. Receiving, Strong, 83 for 1,160, 7 tutties. Chris Long, 50 for 758, 11 tutties. Miller, 50 for 717, 8 tutties. Fletcher, 36 for 512, 3 tutties. Kyle, 46 for 36, 3, 2 tutties. Kristen, 1 for 13. Mike Higgins, 3 for 6 with 3 tutties. Samuel Brown, the 4th, 1 for 2 with the tutty. How about the defense now? 97 tackles for Darrell. Tyree was 87. 62 for Robert. Loyal at 56. Same with Eric and Bo. 39 for Philip Dixon. Tackles lost. Aaron Lewis with 11. 7 for Hamilton. Darrell with 5. 4 for Muhammad. 3 for Bo and Ray. Tyree and Paolo with 2, along with Keyshawn Griffin. 1 for Loyal, Eric, Philip, Desmond, and Wesley. Sacks now 5.5 for Hamilton. Aaron and Lewis with 5. Same with Mohammed. 2 for Malcolm Ray. Keyshawn Griffin with 2. 1 for Mario. Half sack for Wesley Bailey. Interception 6 for Robert. 3 for Bo. 1 by Loyal. And Eric Rogers. Year 1, we made the playoff. Let's see what happens in year 2. Let's go. Ron Everett committed. Trebor Pena committed. Lenora Sellers committed. Cam Edwards committed. Javon McIntyre committed. Isaiah Wright committed. Marquis Anderson committed. Senmaja Bridgman committed. Jack Veerling committed. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rutgers Scarlet Knight are going to be on the map. We finish with the ninth best class in the nation. It's the third best in the Big Ten. Watch out, Big Ten. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights are coming for you. Jeremy Rohl, committed. Brian Meltzer, committed. Eli Yazzie, committed. Daryl Obi, committed. Julius Major, committed. Larry Lawrence, committed. Stephen Boone, committed. Brenton Garrett, committed. Edward Z. Mathis, committed. John Hector, committed. Danny McElmurray, committed. Ethan Ritchie, committed. Gideon Olawatimi, committed. Jake Ware, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Heisman Trophy winner is Dante Moore, quarterback of the Oregon Ducks. He had 3,263 yards, 37 tutties, and 8 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the LA Bowl, taking on the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And ladies and gentlemen, we win the LA Bowl. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 2 stats. Lawrence Sellis, 3,551 yards, 267, 385, 41 tutties, 4 picks, 69% completion percentage. Rushing, Brown the 5th, 183 for 1,005, 8 tutties. Sellers, 117, 492, 5 tutties. Childress, 39 for 217, 4 tutties. Edwards, 42 for 108, 4 tutties. Benjamin, 2 for 5. How about the receiving game? Childress, the freshman, 64 for 1,719 tutties. Ian Strong, 57 for 955, 7 tutties. Pena, 47 for 649, 7 tutties. Jake Verling, 40 for 465, 4 tutties. Samuel Brown, the 5th, 49 for 368. Benjamin, 6 for 82, 2 tutties. Faust, 3 for 23 with a tutty. Cam Edwards, 1 for 2 with a tutty. How about the defense here? VJ Edwards, 84 tackles, 79 for Daryl. Javante McIntyre with 61. Oh, that's right. He was a senior. Bo with 59, 57 for Isaiah. Tackles loss, 6 for Peterson. Damar with 5, 4 for DJ Allen. VJ Edwards with 3, 2 for Daryl and Luke. 1 for Bo, Isaiah, Noah, Brady, and Ron. Sacks, Peterson with 5, 3 for DJ Allen, 2 for Coleman and Luke. 1 for Elijah King. Brady and Jordan would have a sack. Interceptions, 3 by Devon McIntyre. Isaiah with 2, 1 for Bo and Tony White Jr. and Kevin Levi. Obviously, a great year. Much more to get to. Let's hopefully do something good here in year 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your year 2 national title. Georgia, Clemson, 2 powerhouses, but Georgia comes on top, 31-28. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're starting to turn into the South Carolina of the North. Nick Harbor committed. Isaac Brown committed. Loyal Muzoni committed. KJ Miles committed. Sinner Mitchell committed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 3rd best recruiting class here at Rutgers, the best in the Big Ten. Things are looking great here for Rutgers. Let's go. Sony Fadafia committed. Rashad Deer commits. Mitchell Collier committed. Dean Yates commits. Tyler Power committed. Mitchell Gay commits. Jimmy Hurley committed. Austin Volson committed. Garrett Casey committed. James Dexter committed. George Funk commits. Carl Hicks committed. Sergio Ladd committed. David Hooker committed. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Heisman Trophy winner is Alonzo Barnett III, quarterback of Georgia. He had 3,862 yards, 39 tutties, and 5 picks. Ladies and gentlemen, we just missed out on the playoffs here in year 3. We're going to the LA Bowl once again, taking on the New Mexico Lobos. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's up with Rutgers. I think this program is just cursed. We have a lot of talent, and we lose to freaking New Mexico, bro? What the F? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 3 stats. Lenora Sellers, 3,458 yards, 251 for 357, 36 tutties, 7 tutties, 70% completion percentage. If Lenora Sellers doesn't win a bowl game with us, I think it's a shame. Benjamin, 141 for 636 tutties. Sellers, 130 for 604, 3 tutties. Nick Harbor, 21 for 165, 4 tutties. Isaac Brown, 23 for 123, 1 tutty. Duff, 14 for 53, 2 tutties. Edwards, 7 for 11 with 4 tutties. Cam Edwards, 1 for 5. How about the receiving? Marvin Childress, 65 for 958, 9 tutties. Nick Harbor, 35 for 652, 11 tutties. Matthew, 40 for 537, 6 tutties. Ian Strong, 35 for 529, 4 tutties. Benjamin, 49 for 427 with a tutty. Duff, 23 for 343 tutties. Isaac Brown, 12 for 2, 1 tutty. Logan Blake, 1 for 3. How about the defense here? 88 tackles for MJ Johnson, 76 for VJ Edwards. Noah Shaw with 73, 63 for Antonio White Jr., 62 for Slade and Sayao. Tackles lost, 11 by Luke. John Hector with 9, 8 for Peterson. King with 3, 1 for MJ, VJ, Noah, and Sayao. Sacks, 9 by John Peterson with 7, 5.5 by Luke, 2 with King. Noah Shaw with 1 half sack for Mitchell. Interceptions, 4 for DK Gilly, Antonio White Jr. with 3, 2 for Seau and Slade, 1 for Johnson and Edwards. We got to make the playoffs here in year 4, or else I don't know what to think. Ladies and gentlemen, Florida State, Tennessee meeting the national title. First time matchup I think we've seen on the channel. Anyway, Florida State on top, 28-23. Ziel Powell committed. Cam Pringle committed. Darrell Robinson commits. Quinton Ives committed. Amari Snowden committed. Nate White committed. Halen Scruggs commits. Ladies and gentlemen, we had the second best recruiting class in the nation, only behind our Big Ten foe, Oregon. We have so much talent. If we don't make the playoff here in year 4, what are we doing? James Davenport committed. Dorian Bishop committed. Anton Ivy committed. Jeremiah Parker committed. David Ongenbo commits. Ladies and gentlemen, our first ever Big Ten championship in this rebuild. We're taking on USC. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your 2027 Heisman Trophy winner is Gio Lopez, quarterback of South Alabama. You figured he would transfer, but he didn't. He had 2,970 yards, 34 tutties, and 4 picks. Is this even a... what? And ladies and gentlemen, we finally made the college football playoff. We're going to be taking on Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, we win the playoffs. We're on to the quarters now. So ladies and gentlemen, my YouTube chat has just informed me we made the playoffs in year 1. I didn't think we made the playoffs. Anyway, we're playing the team we did play in the first year of the playoff. We're playing Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl. And ladies and gentlemen, we have won the Sugar Bowl, and we're on to the semis. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, taking on the Clemson Tigers. And ladies and gentlemen, we take down Clemson, and we are now on to the national championship. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking on the TCU Horned Frogs for the national title. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Houston, Texas. Of course, TCU gets the home field advantage, kind of, somewhat. Again, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Travel, it doesn't matter. We are here. We have the best team. We are clearly much more talented than TCU. 9th best, 4th best, 2nd best recruiting class. We've had so many good recruiting classes. We have the better talent. We are expected to win. We should win. Is that me getting cocky? Not really, because that's the truth. If we lose to TCU, this is the other disappointment. Let's go win the Natty. Here we are, 1st and goal at the 6. Sellers. He's going to hike it. Option. He's going to toss to Brown. Brown's going to do a spin move, but he gains a yard. 2nd and goal now from the 5-yard line. Here we go. Sellers with 33. Yep, 14 right there. Boom. He can't get in, though. We're going to go a little tempo here. We're gonna switch to an inside zone here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Sellers with Robinson to his right. He's gonna hand it off to Robinson. He's in! Touchdown, Rutgers! And it's a 7-0 lead for Rutgers. Ben Black, 20-yard touchdown, 14-0 Rutgers. Run them out in their own fucking state. Let's do it. Ben Black with now a 13-yard rush, his 2nd of the day. 21-zip. Don't let him score. Oh, yeah, 28-0. I don't know who scored the touchdown. Run him out of the gym. Darrell Robinson, 7-yard rush. This is 35-7. Run him out. Run him out. All right, it's 34-10. We missed the extra point. By the way, if I get a touchdown here, I'm going for 2. We're going to switch the play to an inside zone here. 1st and goal from the 2, 21 Brown in the backfield. We're going to hand it off to him. He's in. Touchdown, Rutgers. And we will go for 2. Just to rub salt in the wound here. Here we go. We're running them out in their own state, by the way. Robinson, there you go. There you go. 42-10. Run them out in their own state. Well, TCU somewhat made this a game. It's an 11-point game. 3rd and 6. We get it. We win. We're going to hit Childress over the middle, 1st down. TCU will call this final timeout. And now we will take the knee. And Lenoris Sellers, who got paid a shitload of money to come to Rutgers on NIL, of course, has come here to Rutgers, and we have won the national championship. All of the best recruiting classes Rutgers has ever seen in their lifetime has come to fruition. We were the best team. We were the better team all playoff long. We were the best team, Mero. This is for Rutgers. We deserve it. Great team. We ran them out. Then they came back. Anyway, lift the trophy, Rutgers! And we got a chance to repeat next year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 4 stats. Lenoris Sellers, 3,982 yards, 287 for 413, 40 tutty, 6 picks, 69% completion percentage. Greatest quarterback in Rutgers history? I don't know. Brown, 259 for 1,142, 142, 9 tutties. Sellers, 118 for 592, 5 tutties. Ben Black, 28 for 403, 7 tutties. Robinson, 15 for 53, 3 tutties. Gabe, 7 for 15, 4 tutties. White, 2 for 1. How about the receiving game? Nick Harbor, 68 for 1,057, 10 tutties. Ben Black, 56 for 1,018, 14 tutties. Childress, 49 for 787, 8 tutties. Matthew, 49 for 595, 4 tutties. Brown, 51 for 406, 2 tutties. Robinson, 7 for 57 with a tutty. Nate White, 4 for 35. KJ Duff, 2 for 22 with a tutty. Carl Hicks, 1 for 5. How about the defense here? 109 tackles for 1. Espinoza, MJ, 102, 85 for Slade, Levi with 80, DK with 71, 62 for Brady, Powell with 60, 57 for Antonio White Jr., 52 for Mundy, John Hector, 51 tackles lost, John Hector with 11, 10 for Brady, 9 for Jerry, Peterson with 8, 7 for MJ, 3 for 1, Slade with 1, Powell, White Jr., Bridgman, King, and Coleman. How about sacks? 18 for Jerry Mundy, Brady with 6.5, John with 6, 3.5 for Peterson, 1 with 2, same with Coleman, MJ with 1.5, half sack for Elijah King. Interception 7 by Kevin Levi. He might transfer because of playing style. That would suck if we want to go back to back. 2 for MJ, Slade, Powell, and White Jr., and 1 for DK Gilly. Let's get to the offseason, get more talent, and try to repeat in year 5. Aiden Banfield committed. Jeremy Nicholson committed. Logan Rumberg committed. Manuel Ross committed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our weakest recruiting class ever. We finished with a 71 best class. That's because we let the CPU do it, but I think we have enough talent still to where we can repeat next year. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, auto recruiting on. Let's go win another natty. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently 6-3 on the year. We're still ranked at 8th in the land. Got Penn State, Purdue, and Troy. As long as we win those games, we should be in the playoffs. Our only losses are to Oregon, Maryland, and UCLA, Big Ten schools, but we got to win out, and we will win. Daryl Obal wins the Heisman. Let's freaking go. This is the first receiver I've had recruited win the Heisman. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the college football playoff, but we're not getting the bye. We're taking on ECU. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you we took care of East Carolina with ease onto the quarters. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going to the Rose Bowl, taking on number 17 UNLV. Let's go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the City of Roses. We have a chance to go to the semifinal here. We're taking on UNLV. They are the better seed, of course, but they're not the better team. We are the best team. We're number 1 in the land, but we had the 5 seed because we didn't make the conference title. We are the best team. We have the most talent. If we don't beat UNLV, it's a crime. We have to beat UNLV. We have to. We have to, right? Let's try to win this game, get to the semi, and try to win another natty. Surprisingly, UNLV has held us to 3 points. Bad news for UNLV. We're at first and goal to 9. Here we go. Larry Lawrence, he's going to take off. He's in. Touchdown, Rutgers. And it's 10-0. You can feel it. The beatdown of UNLV is a-coming. Surprisingly, UNLV is still in the game here. And we're going to hand off. Wow, we lost 2 yards. All right, 2nd and goal now from the 3 here. Larry. He's got a 2nd rushing touchdown. Larry! 24-14. Put him away, Rutgers. Here we go. 3-point game, surprisingly. 3rd and 8. Larry's got him! Cooler! He's got the first! Ladies and gentlemen, it was much closer than I expected. But a win is a win is a win. We take care of the Fighting Rebs. We're on to the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. It's going to be a tough one. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, Glendale, Arizona. Of course, back on the West Coast, we were just in Pasadena, back here in Glendale. But again, travel means nothing in this game. If you guys were in our YouTube chat, the other matchup is kind of funky. So the winner of this matchup, realistically, will win the Natty. So if we can beat Notre Dame, we're going to win the Natty. I'm not going to spoil the teams that were in the other semifinal bowl. If we can take care of Notre Dame, we're probably going to win the Natty. We have the best team. We have the best quarterback, best running back, best DB. We just got to believe that we can beat Notre Dame. Let's do it. Hurry, our first and goal from the 9. Larry's going to hike it. McElmurray, nope, that's Gilbert, I think. He'll fight for 5. All right, second and goal from the 4. McElmurray's in the game. He's going to get blocked, and he's going to get 3. Third and goal from the 1. McElmurray. Get in there, baby. He's in. Touchdown, Rutgers. 7-0 good, guys. Let's go. Here we are. 3rd and 8 from the 48. Down to 14-12. Here we go. He was... What the... I cannot believe that this game just gave me that animation. Marvin Childress, 60-yard touchdown. There's still time for the defense to get a stop. Second and goal from the 9 here. I didn't know it was first and goal. Here we go. Larry Lawrence finds Childress. 25-21. 3rd and 6, 37 seconds ago. We will pass the football. This may be dumb, but here we go. Childress is open. That's the game. Timeout, Notre Dame. Take the knee and we win. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We took down Notre Dame. We are on to the national title. We have a chance to go back to back. What a game. What a thrill. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the number 1 team versus the number 2, Rutgers, Stanford. Who would have thought these would be the 2 best teams? Anyway, let's try to go back to back here, folks. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Dallas, Texas, at Jerry's World. We have been the best team in college football all year, all of last year. We have turned Rutgers into a dynasty. Whether we win or lose this, we've built a really good team. But if we win this, we made them a dynasty. If we lose this, we still build a good team. Stanford, not going to be easy. They're tough. They've given us troubles in some 5-year rebuilds. So let's try to win a natty and go back to back here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently down 24-6. We have only gotten 2 field goals right now. Here we go. Larry, you got to hike it. Larry, hike it. What? Right there. Going to get the first. Hicks. Going to go a little tempo here. He's thrown 2 picks this game. You can't be doing that, my friend. Here we go. Larry, going to hike it. I'm going to triangle. He's got him. Oh, he dropped it. The Heisman man dropped it. 2nd and 10 here. We're running the same play. We're trying to score here. I'm going to go right there to Hicks. There we go. 3rd and 3 here, folks. 3rd and 3. Lawrence again. Kohler dropped it. It's 4th and 3. We're going for it. 4th and 3. We're down 24-6. We got to get a score. We got to get points here. We got him, Childress. The year 1 recruit. It's now 1st and goal to 6. We're trying to come back here. If we score here, get the 2-point, we have ourselves a football game. Here we go, Larry. My team does not know how to block. 2nd and goal from the 8. Larry, we got to get it in. Got to get it right here. Right there to Obi. Still fucking 3rd and goal at the 4. I mean, a field goal's not the end of the world, but you want a touchdown. Here we go, Larry. Right there, Obi's open. He's in, touchdown. We got to go for 2. We're going for 2. We're going to try to make it an 11-point game here. Here we go. What the hell was that? Chat, I got my math confused. It was going to be 24-13. I thought it was 11. My bad. Anyway. Terrible throw. Kohler dropped it, dude. Oh. 4th and 6. We have to score. I'm going to try and call Larry. Come on, Larry. Why is the clock accelerate? EA. I have Excel clock turned on for this freaking reason, you cunts. Here you go. Go. Obu. Oh my God, we need an onside kick. I'm going for 2. So that way we just need a field goal. Larry, outrun fat boy. He does. We're going to run commit. I'm just mid-blitzing and calling timeout. Here we go, Johnson, get in there. Somebody do something. That would be huge. Here we go, Johnson. Come on. 2nd and 15, 26 seconds. Nobody can get there. Timeout. 5 seconds comes off. Mid-blitz. Johnson, come on. I hope they throw it. They're gonna be smart and run it. This punt return is everything right now. We need a good punt return and then hope one of our receivers get open. Oh my god, this could be a miracle. That's gonna be not a good punt, not ideal. And we're gonna get the ball at the 2. Oh my god, the 2 is among us. 11 seconds from the 2. I'm throwing it up. 6 seconds. Here we go. 6 seconds, chat. They're not gonna press. They're gonna play. We're gonna have to beat them. Here we go for the championship. No way! Who's got him? OB! The Heisman Trophy winner! A 98-yard tutty to seal the natty! Holy shit! I didn't think that would happen. Holy moly! What a way to go back-to-back. I'm in disbelief. Obi, the Heisman Trophy winner. Dude, he tore Stanford. He torched that secondary. I'm surprised they should have played press man. I don't know. 26-24. I'm in disbelief on how that just ended. Back-to-back. Woo! I don't know how the fuck that happened. Dude. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in disbelief. I just cannot believe that happened. Obi, the Heisman Trophy winner, somehow cooked Stanford's secondary. Stanford's secondary, I thought they were playing over the top and trying to contain us. They couldn't do that. I feel like they should have maybe pressed or something, because if they press, they would have been right there. Obi I think he was 99 speed or something. I don't know. Beats him. He burns him. That's speed kills. Speed kills. Right, Cheetah? Right, Penguin? Speed kills. Go Dolphins, right? Fins up, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, it's not about the Dolphins. It's about Rutgers. Back-to-back natties. We built a dynasty here for Rutgers. We were talking so much crap about Rutgers in the live stream, saying they were robbing us of NIL money because the way the team was performing was not up to the par with the talent we had. But anyway, it is what it is. Back-to-back champions. If you have enjoyed, hit like and subscribe. I subscribe to want me to keep doing this. And I want you now to have a great day or have a great night, depending on when you're watching this video. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.